Everyone speaking, it's Accessible here, and welcome to another Black Ops 3 video for you guys right here on my channel. Now today we're going to be talking a little bit more about the Black Ops 3 campaign. Obviously last week we got our awesome campaign trailer for Black Ops 3, which showed us some really awesome stuff, and included within that there was some very interesting stuff to do with World War II, which is very cool indeed. And there's some really weird stuff that happens in the trailer, which is what I want to show to you guys today. So we're going frame by frame through this certain section of the game, so I can show you guys exactly what's happening. So obviously we have the weird sort of mind control thing, which we don't exactly understand right now. It seems to be some sort of thing where you can read people's memories or something. So you can see he goes into this woman's mind, and then you can see some weird stuff happening here. You can see some sort of doctor, not sure what's happening there, and then we have some more flashbacks of different people in some sort of hospital. We really don't know what that is about. And then right here we get our first shot of World War II action. So as you can see, this big tank comes just riding into the building. It looks like it might be some sort of church or something. That tank is almost definitely a World War II tank, so that's definitely World War II action happening right there. And as you can see, it just bursts through. So obviously there's going to be some sort of action happening in World War II. I don't know if there'll actually be gameplay within World War II, so you'll actually be playing in flashbacks and such, but there will be something to do with World War II within the Black Ops 3 campaign. Then after we see him holding his head like that, thinking more, we see some weird stuff happening. The tank's obviously just shot itself, and then the church kind of like starts going back in action. So it's like he's replaying stuff over and it's going back in action. We then have some very short blurred fragments of stuff here, which is showing other stuff to do with the campaign. We have some really weird stuff which I don't fully understand at the moment. You can see there's some weird trees and stuff. It is very confusing indeed, and honestly can't really make sense of a lot of it as of now. And then right here, this is the bit I want to talk to you guys about. Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. So you see here, this guy's clearly running along the ground until he gets blown up and killed. Okay, so once he gets killed, he starts flying in the opposite direction. And then have a look at this. As you guys can see, the little bit of ground which the camera is currently standing on shows the guy flying towards the right. But if you look towards the right, guys, you will see like almost like an other landscape which is facing the opposite way towards where the camera is. So it's like kind of there's several dimensions or something. This is the bit which freaked me out most about the trailer, because I honestly have no idea what this means. You'll see more of it in a sec, but as you can see, everything's facing on the ground in front of him here, but then also you can see the trees and stuff facing the other way, like he's falling into the ground from the ground he was currently standing on. I know it really doesn't make any sense at the moment, but it's just a weird thing I've noticed within the trailer. We don't understand it. We then have some more flashbacks, and then it shows more stuff happening. You guys will also notice there is a little package here. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it does seem to be glowing, so I'm wondering if it's some sort of intel you can gather. If you remember within the old Call of Duty campaigns, you could gather little intel from each campaign missions, which led towards something which is kind of interesting. You see him falling towards there. You can see everything's still standing out though, because there's a tank right here on the right which seems to be standing still, even though there's like two landscapes at once. I hope you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. The way there's like the houses facing the right way here, but then you can see down below everything's facing the opposite way up. I'm honestly not sure at all what it means. If you guys have any ideas at all, be sure to let me know, because this has got me really confused. I just wanted to share with you guys, because to be honest, I don't think really anyone noticed what was happening in this trailer. It all happened very quickly. So we see the guy falling towards the buildings. We then have some more weird little flashbacks. This is the kind of creepy stuff here. You see a guy that's clearly on fire falling towards the ground, and then you see some sort of weird eagle on the right. I'm not sure what that's about. We see some weird stuff happening here with some sort of torture thing, and then we see more stuff where buildings are just randomly falling down to the ground. It's like they're actually disappearing from existence, and out sprouts this giant little tree instead. So again, a lot of this stuff, I really have no idea what's happening. We then see the player falling towards the ground. We saw some sort of weird flash thing there. Not sure exactly what that is. That is actually the back of someone's head. That is some sort of mind control thing. Not exactly sure what's happening there. We then see the guy falling towards the ground, and then the camera will obviously cut out there. We see some more weird flashing stuff. The buildings are then getting blown up. It's like, I don't really know how to explain it. I mean, it's like there's these people in the hospital. Obviously there's some weird stuff happening, and then right here's where it gets even more weird. This stuff here, I have no clue whatsoever what this is about. So you can see there's some really weird stuff just like growing. It almost looks like a pair of eyes or something in front of him. I'm really not sure what that is. Then you could see for a quick second here, there was the guy's hand again falling towards the ground. We then go into the trees. There's lots of birds and crows, etc. And then everything goes white. And then here, this is the really weird stuff. I'm not sure what's happening here. There's some sort of weird big giant tree almost, and there's a guy that's hanging up here almost like he's dead or something, and then there's people standing around him. They seem to have some sort of weird glow on them. It's almost like alien stuff. I don't know if this is maybe referencing to zombies or something. It could be. It's really interesting to think so, because I honestly don't see how this can have anything to do with the campaign, because it's really weird. It then goes into this weird vision mode again, and then we see a crow flying towards the camera for whatever reason. I'm really not sure why. And then that's more or less the end of it, I believe. It then shows a quick back shot of all the characters again. This looks like it's within the safe house feature of the campaign, which we've already talked about in the past. In between missions, you'll be able to access the safe house mode, which is really cool indeed. You see a guy talking here, and then that brings you to the end of the trailer. There you go, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 coming out on the 6th of November. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I really just wanted to share it with you guys because it's really interesting about exactly what is happening, and honestly it's just kind of confusing. So if you guys have any ideas whatsoever about what is happening, be sure to let me know within the comment section down below, because this has got me really confused, and I'd love to know some of your guys' opinions as well, because this is something which I think a lot of people miss within the trailer, and it's really interesting because I have no idea what's going on. But I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please sure to leave a like on this video. It greatly helped me out. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope you did enjoy, and I'll catch you on another video.